This week on the Husky Update.
Students vote in the SGA Elections, Chinatown celebrates the Year of the Dog, an improv group performs in Blackman Auditorium, and a reporter investigates the red-eye shuttle system. All this and more on this week's episode of the Husky Update.
Your campus, your news, all the time. From the Showman Studio, here is the Husky Update.
Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Husky Update. I'm Nikki Nakan. Here's the week's news. The SGA elections are here again. To help voters decide between the two campaigns, Unite NU and Your Northeastern, the leaders of the two camps spoke with us about their platforms and what distinguishes them from their opposition.
Hi, my name is Colin Walter. I am a rising senior in the biochemistry program. This is my third year in SGA, where I currently serve as the executive director of communications. I'm excited to be running with such a passionate and dedicated woman, Nina. She's amazing.
My name is Nathan Hostert. I'm currently SGA's vice president for student affairs, and I'm running to be the student body president.
I'm Dylan Balcom. I'm currently the Assistant Vice President for Student Services in SGA and also the Chairman of the Renewable Energy Initiatives Board. And I'm running for Executive Vice President.
How is Unite NU different from Your Northeastern?
Not only do we address many of the concerns that address students in their day-to-day lives, but we also propose changes for more institutional matters. We want to create long-term change at the root of the problems that exist on campus.
I think the thing that really sets our campaign apart is that when you look at our platform, we've already been working on most of the issues on that platform. The reason why we're passionate about this is because we've worked on these issues before. We aren't new voices in the field of student advocacy.
What are three major changes you want to see in Northeastern, and why are those three the most important to you?
One change that we want to see at Northeastern is making the college experience more affordable, particularly with respect to housing and dining. And then another thing that we want to change about Northeastern is actually in response to some amazing efforts made by student activists to increase the number of confidential resources that are available on campus.
The three issues that are most important to us that we really would love to see change in are mental health in UHCS, housing, and also Title IX.
We really hope that people realize that mental health reform on this campus is long overdue, that sexual health reform has not even talked about on this campus to the extent that it should be, that housing is a broken system that needs to be fixed, that Title IX students are not protected in the way they need to. There needs to be urgent action from SGA. It needs to proactively seek out student voices and to have those students at the table and make sure that those voices are heard, finally heard by administrators.
At the end of the day, we believe that Northeastern deserves a student government and a university that is more actionable, accountable, and accurately representative. Becoming
Student body president and vice president would be a great way to continue working on these issues that we're so passionate about at an even higher level and fight for students in an even greater capacity than we can right now.
Students can cast their ballots on My Northeastern, and they have until March 22nd to vote. Chinese New Year this year fell on February 16th, and all of the Chinatown neighborhood lit up with festivities and celebrations. Reporter Marcus is here to describe the event.
Revelers filled the streets of Chinatown on February 26th for the annual Chinese New Year parade. The parade began with a performance by 10 groups of lion dancers and a martial arts troupe from New England. The dancers then made their way down the streets of Chinatown, consuming fruits and other goods left out for them by shop owners. At Powell's Art Center, tables were set up for folding red envelopes, commonly used to hold gifts given out during the holiday, and other activities related to the holiday.
Thanks, Marcus. Red Eye, a nighttime shuttle run by NUPD, has mixed reviews among students. Reporter Scott Adelberg investigates.
Have you ever been walking home late at night, walking across campus? Is there a loud noise? Is there someone who scares you? What can you do to stay safe?
I get tired doing my shifts at ABP, and then I prefer going by Red Eye rather than walking back home.
Do you feel that the Red Eye is safer?
Yeah.
I think it's safer. I live about 15-20 minutes away from here, and I usually take it if it's past 9:30. So, it drops me off my door.
It is helpful for the students, like it drops exactly in front of the door.
The Red Eye is run by NUPD, Northeastern's police department. Students can come out of the library at whatever time of night, and they can go onto the app to book a ticket for the next ride. Unfortunately, that doesn't always work.
They have introduced an app now, so I was having difficulty figuring out how to book a ride because previously I could just hop on.
Some drivers, whoever it might be, if there is an empty space inside the shuttle, they ask me to board it and they ask me to cancel the ride so that somebody else can take my place in some other shuttle. But some drivers are really rude to us. Just now a shuttle left and he says there is an empty space inside. He was like, no, I can't take you, and he just left.
The Red Eye runs from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m. every day. And at the time of this filming, they were still working out some of the kinks with the new app. One of the things we did find is that if you're intoxicated, they won't let you on the service, which in some cases could not be exactly what the service is meant for to keep Northeastern students safe and protected. Back to you, Nikki.
Thanks, Scott. In other news, a professional improv troupe performed in Blackman Auditorium. The Second City, a Chicago-based comedy improv business, is known as a starting point for famous comedians like Tina Fey and Stephen Colbert. A troupe that travels to different universities performed in Blackman Auditorium on February 27th. The event was put on by the Council for University Programs. The women's basketball team found themselves in a sticky situation earlier this month. During spring break, the bus for the Huskies women's basketball team stalled on a hill. The team piled out of the bus and pushed it through the snow. Video of the incident went viral over social media, even landing its way on NBC News. That's the news. What's next is up to you. Make sure to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with the Husky Update. I'm Nikki Nakhan. Thank you for watching.